Hello everyone, welcome to Chessmaster Strategy. Following last video, today we will keep our analysis on the 1960th world champion Mikhail Tal's another astonishing game. This was a neck-to-neck competition in every single move. Probably one of the most fantastic games ever played in chess history, with a series of surprising moves, unbelievable tactical combinations, and deep calculations by both grandmasters. This game was played in 1956 between the Grandmaster Lev Polugaevsky and the Grandmaster Mikhail Tal. Polugaevsky played as white and Mikhail Tal played as black. The Grandmaster Lev Polugaevsky was a frequent contender for the World Championship. Although he never achieved that title, he was one of the strongest players in the world from the early 1960s until the late 1980s. Today's video is still based on Mikhail Tal's own narrative published. The total moves in this game were 48 before both sides agreed to a draw. We will focus on the most exciting 11th to 28th moves in this video. There are some key points I would like to highlight here. First, the continuous counterattack between both sides as the best defensive measures. From the 16th move, white knight b5 to the 27th move, white rook e1. This reminds us, never be panic when you are under attack. Try to find the way for counterattack rather than any passive defensive way. Second, the extreme deep calculations by both sides. For example, for black, on the 15th move, knight g4 with potential knight d4 and a further bishop b7 to bishop h2 diagonal threat. For white, on the 23rd move, queen d3 to the 28th move, bishop c8, are serious tactical combinations. Now, let's start the game. On the fifth move, thus Tarrasch defends symmetrical variation. a3, d4, d4, bishop e7, bishop d3, c4, bishop c4, castle, castle, b6 is played on the 10th move. Now we can see both sides played very tight and equal. On the 11th move, queen d3 put pressure on d file while making the room for the rook to move to d1 square. Bishop b7, threatening this diagonal from b to h, will leave the room for the rook move to c8 square. Rook d1, rook c8. Now we can clearly see both sides' plan. White is targeting d file, and the black is targeting the c file. It's a good idea to move the bishop back to a2. Okay, the reason is once the black make attack with his knight, this bishop will be under direct attack by the rook. And now the queen has to support this bishop. And when the bishop moves to here, the queen actually is freed. And now the bishop still potentially threat this diagonal and possibly can move this way with this threat. All right, that's something we will show you in the later moves. Queen c7. You can see the black's plan is become clear. You have this diagonal under threat. You have this diagonal as well under attack, and you probably notice the knight on f6 has two moves away to reach h2 square. Bishop g5. Bishop wants to eliminate this knight and making advance for its d4 pawns. Rook d8 put pressure on d5 square. Queen back to e2 is a beautiful move by the white side. Now the queen is freed and the pawn is directly supported by its rook. And you probably notice the queen and the bishop is targeting the e6. It's a beautiful, amazing move by the black side. So Mikhail Tal's plan is targeting h2 square while moving this knight to here. All right. If I take you pawns, you use your knight to take my pawns. Take my knight. You are done because I have this threat. It's a checkmate. All right. Okay. Think about it. What are you gonna play if you are on white side? Actually, white played an astonishing counter-attack move, which actually is shocked Mikhail Tal. White played this beautiful move, knight b5. It's a beautiful counter-attack. If you move your knight to here, well, I can take you queen first. All right. So Mikhail Tal later said actually he got another plan to play, which is not the actual game played. Let's see the his alternative plan. All right. In his alternative plan, he was saying to play knight d4. All right. White has to be very careful with this trap. If you take this knight, you are done. Checkmate. All right. So in this situation, rogue has to take this knight. I'll take this one. I'll take this queen. I'll take the queen back. Check. Take the rook. Knight e6. Be very careful. If you take this one, well, you will have a fork attacking king and the rook. All right. I'll take this one. Take the bishop, still targeting f7 square. Knight moves to here to protect the f7 square. Pawn to make the advance. Exchanging here, you can clearly see the e pawn is making some advancement. All right, so making advance, bishop goes to here, advance, take this one, rook goes to d1. In Mikotel's narrative, he's saying white is now in winning position, in absolute winning position, because his assumption is once the rook goes to d8, black has no choice but to take this d8 rook, and then white is in promotion. However, the modern computer suggests a different way for the black to play, which is not too bad. Mikoto's assumption is if I take this one, I'll take this one. All right, that's absolutely winning position for white. But we can do this move. Check. I'll check. Can't take this one. If you take this one, I'll do another check. I'll move my bishop to here to prevent you from promotion. Okay? So king has to be very careful. Move. Check. Move to here. Now white has control, makes the promotion. I'll do check. Take your queen, take the rook back. White is in better off position, but not promising winning position yet. That's the middle variation by in his narrative later. Okay, now let's see what the actual game was played. In the actual game, a very beautiful counterattack is played by the black side, which is bishop a6, targeting this queen and make this knight pinned. Now we can have a quick look of the situation. Actually, white is not in a rush to take this queen. On the other hand, as we just mentioned, white has this e6 pawn to take. It's a free pawn to take. Queen e6. Take the knight back. Bishop e2. Bishop e7. Queen takes the bishop. Rook try to pin the bishop. Bishop takes the knight. It's not a pin. Queen take this one back. Queen moves back to d7, targeting the d4 pawns. D4 pawn make advance. Knight goes to d4, queen goes to d3. That's a beautiful move for the white. Why? You can see this diagonal is potentially controlled by the white side, and once I move my bishop to here, well, that's very powerful threat, and also you probably notice this open file for the white side. Knight moves to c2. White knew black gonna make this move. Okay, The problem is how white will take the rook back, because apparently black will take one rook at this stage. Let's see how the accurate calculation made by the white side is very sophisticated calculation. Bishop goes to b1. That's the plan. You must be very careful. You have the fork, but you can't take this one. Otherwise, you don't. Checkmate. So you have to take the correct one, which is this one. I'll take this one, check. See? White plays bishop f5, threatening this diagonal. So you have to move your queen to here. Be careful of here. Don't be rushed for the white side. I'll take your knight here to eliminate the threat. Now it's time for me to eventually take the rook back. What a beautiful plan. f6 is played. That's the only best move black can do. Otherwise, if you move away your rook, you're down. Alright? Now, I'll take the rook back. Finally. Rook c8. Okay? Let's quickly review these steps. I knew you're gonna take my rook. I'm not in a rush. Take my rook. Check. Goes to here. It goes to here. I'll take your knight to eliminate the threat here. I'll take. You have to move to here because you can't move away. You can't move your rook away. So it's time for me to take the rook back. Beautiful. Very, very astonishing moves. Now rook takes the bishop back. It's on 28th move. You can see both sides to played very tight and equal. The rest of the games are played very straightforward. We can quickly run through. On the last move, which is 48 moves, both sides realize that no one can make the pawn promotion. Alright, in this situation, on the 48 moves, both sides agreed to a draw. Well, it was a very tight game played, and both sides have made no mistake in every single move on the entire 48 moves. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you